Hey, what's up you guys? It's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends review, and this time it's the Marvel Legends Hydra 2-pack featuring Hydra Supreme and Arnim Zola. And this is it. Hasbro's gonna be rolling on this non-stop wave of, Marvel Legends dropping, and our wallets are just gonna keep losing weight. So let's take a look at Arnim Zola first. Arnim Zola. I really like the way he came out. It is a re-release or upgrade, whatever you want to call it. I'll go over some of the new parts. This was a recent Build-A-Figure back in, I want to say 2011, 2012-ish. So this new head sculpt, it's pretty cool. Got his little eye lens popping out, as you can see there. That is really nice. I like that. He's got a new faceplate, and this is really cool. The staticky VHS lines. Oh man, with all the high-tech Hydra has. Zola, man, gotta upgrade your screen to 4K, dude. Kids don't know nothing about VHS these days, man. They wouldn't know. Where are my 90s people at? But, this is, yeah, it's a really cool faceplate design. It's a sadistic smile. I like that a lot. So, basically the new parts here are, well, obviously the drawing here on the faceplate, but this new head sculpt is new. Really like it. Can't really look up that much with this one. Could look down decent amount. Actually, never mind. Yeah, it looks like he could. I don't know. The peg is real thin here, so if I remove this, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just afraid it will snap. But anyways, the arms are new. Well, I shouldn't say new to this Zola, but it is the Colossus arms, as you can see. It's the same arms, even the same gauntlets here. In the inside, he has them painted turquoise, which is a nice color there. It's got the purple and then a little touch of yellow here. I do have the old Build-A-Figure, so I will definitely break that out to compare it. And the hands are actually the same as the older Build-A-Figure, and here he is right now. So this is the more classic design. As you can see, the sleeves here are different. But in terms of range and motion, he moves his arms this far, the classic version. And the new one, he moves them, he spreads them out. Well, let me see. He spread it a little higher. Looks a little lower. As best as I'm gonna get here. Let me see if I could. Yeah, no, that's about it. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get with that guy. As far as the arms, I always like to test out new parts whenever there's an upgraded figure. Leg spread about that far. Let me see if it's the same. Yeah. Yeah, you get a good, decent range there. So the accessory was actually really plain on the old one. They didn't even bother painting it. One thing I like about the new one is that it is painted. I like the paint deco more on this. Is a nice light blue. It's got a little shimmer to it, and the buttons are painted red. So definitely much better on the accessory parts. I appreciate when it's painted. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Same hands. He does have the same hands, so nothing new there. And the alternate head you can have is more classic, his more classic look. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. As you can see, this one had yellow. I did have the variant to this. The variant was the Red Skull. And the eye right here was painted red. I don't know why they wanted to go that route. They could have just easily done interchangeable faceplate, but they wanted you to buy another set to get that figure, which I think you didn't really have to, go through that trouble to build your Red Skull Arnim Zola. Should have been done with just an interchangeable faceplate. But I don't work for Hasbro, so not my idea. So this Arnim Zola is pretty cool upgrade. I will point out, because he's on the Colossus arms, his arms extend out. They're definitely longer and lankier, so his hands reach his knees, whereas this one reaches his thighs, that's more actually, more accurate to humans. Supposed to be by your thighs, but hey, he's on an android body, so it doesn't really matter, right? Let me go over articulation with this guy. So with this head, really nothing, it can move a little further up as opposed to the older one, which you just saw me do earlier. And yeah, head moves side to side. He moves up about that far. Just be careful when moving this up, just because, like, I don't know how durable this is, so I'm afraid it's gonna, like, snap over time. But he does look good. He looks down a decent amount, which is pretty cool. As I showed you, the arms spread out far. They spread out that high, and the arms rotate. You got bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, wrist swivel, and wrist hinge. And he has a waist swivel, no torso swivel, obviously, because the face plate takes up everything. Which I think they could have, if they wanted to, they could have made the torso joint work. Maybe, have since this piece right here was add-on piece, they could have easily molded, a torso, a nap crunch for him as another, as the inner layer for the main body, and this could have been like, the outer layer. But doesn't, it's whatever. Guess they didn't want to spend the money for extra parts. I understand. So leg spread that wide, legs move up a decent amount. It's not that, actually, no, not really. The skirt's gonna hinder the movement. You got leg rotation, you got the thigh swivel, double jointed knees. So definitely no heel to butt here. Got the calf swivel, and the ankles move up, down, and he's got the ankle pivot. So that is Arnim Zola for you. Again, cool upgrade. And now let's get to Hydra Supreme, which is probably the one that people are looking forward to the most out of this. Maybe I'm wrong. But this was the, I think, the evil clone of Steve Rogers. And, yeah, so I think, man, I'm trying to remember. It was something about, yeah, it was like the evil clone of Steve Rogers. And when the real Steve Rogers comes back, he pretty much kicked this guy's ass, and he sends him to the raft, and this guy escapes because the prison guards in the raft were actually his Hydra agents. So, you know, then they kind of messed it up or something down the line where the Steve Rogers was in an alternate dimension, something like that. You know, you guys can... I'm like not really into the modern comics. I love my oldies. But pretty much Hydra Cap here, and he is freaking awesome, man. I like the way he looks. His design, the shields. Let's get this off here. So the body, the torso is new, and I was scrambling through my Marvel Legends trying to figure out what body is this guy on because it looks familiar, and I thought it was the Poison figure, and it's not. It's totally different. I even looked in the back, which this is a nice sculpt, and it's not. They're different. I thought it was the Guardians of the Galaxy Iron Man, and it's not. It is different. So I'm gonna say that this is a new torso, and if I'm wrong, again, you guys can correct me. The arms are the Night Thrasher, Udon Taskmaster, you know, Night Thrasher who I just reviewed this past week. And the hands are from the actual Guardians Iron Man that I pulled out. So, same fist, same hands. He's got this, he's got the brown on the fingers. The gold is kind of bland. Even, like, my lighting's making it look a little better, but it's pretty bland. I wish the gold was like Zola's. I think Zola has he's the winner of the gold here for sure. I wish he had this same color gold, so you know it looks like they match and it'll look better. I really like the green star there. So nice, the green chest plate and the star. Yeah, here's a closer look at the head sculpt. This is so cool, man. This is really nice. The belt is that's reused as well. That's actually on the Marvel Now Captain America. So, which is still my favorite Legends Captain America. Man, this thing is awesome. And the thighs part are, I'm gonna say new. The lower torso here, I thought it was the MCU Vision because it has that same texture, but it's not. So, again, new parts here. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments below. And the boots, knees, those are Night Thrasher's Udon Taskmaster. So, you know, he looks so freaking cool. I'm gonna try to get to this. So those were pretty much the new parts: the legs, the the upper legs, and the torso. I think I pretty much nailed everything spot on. And as his accessory, he's got his shield, which is super cool. It's got the seam here. I wish it came off like in the comics, I believe, but it's two separate pieces. Now this thing, watch out for. I hate this stupid clasp, and trying to get it. I remember on my US agent shield, the clasp broke, and so I'm letting you know right now. Try to stick it where it's the thinnest part of his wrist, and just careful when you do that because these things can snap. But you know, just always be careful. Oh man, is it breaking? I see some stress already. And you see that? What the hell, man? I already feel like it's gonna crack. And another thing is the back doesn't have a peg hole, so this is useless right here. You can't peg anything behind them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as articulation, his head moves great Look at that. He can look up real well. Love it. Great amount. He can look down a great amount. He's got some pivot. He's can move left and right. His arms spread out a good amount, actually. That's nice. Arms rotate, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist swivel, wrist hinge, ab crunch, and ab crunch back, which is nice. The colors are painted all the way except for this one, this very top one. It's not painted yellow, but good amount of range still. Waist swivel, legs spread out so he can, you know, spread out that high. Let me see, spread out that wide. Yeah. He's got leg rotation, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, no heel to the butt. It's got the ankle that moves up, down, ankle pivot, and ankle swivel. And I think that's pretty much all the articulation. And oh yeah, I forgot to show you his leg moves back that far. It's a dope set, man. I mean, it's a really dope set, and the fact that it is, you're getting what was a former Build-A-Figure for what, with this 2-pack, you have $49.99, I believe, or I'm sorry, I think it's $39.99, or $44.99, around that range. Anyway, for that, and you get an extra figure, to me, it's worth it. I mean, if you try to pick up Arnim Zola, the classic version, on eBay, it's gonna cost you around $55 to $70. So yeah, you might as well get Hydra Supreme with this new one. He's super dope. It's a fans channel exclusive, so you can find it at BigBadToyStore, which I'll have a link in my description below. I don't know if GameStop is gonna sell them. And some other sites, I'm sure they'll pop up again. Fans channel exclusive. You have those other stores. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'll leave the link in my description below, and also Facebook fan page as well. Leave a like, comment, and share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It'll show you support, and I greatly appreciate that. This has been XManny87. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.